Hey, what's up, everyone? Joe Previtt here from English Byte. Welcome to another episode of our pronunciation critiques. Very excited for today's critique. It's a good friend of mine and a member of the English Byte community. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So today we're going to be critiquing my friend Guido, or Guido Mantegna, who is a developer, a front-end developer from Argentina. Him and I have been friends on Twitter for, I want to say, about a year now. He's helped me a lot with my Spanish. And I'm excited today because we're going to be watching a video he sent me, which I believe he recorded recently, of him just kind of talking about himself, introducing himself, talking about what he does. And yeah, it's going to be great. So let's jump right into it. So here I've got the video. For those of you who are new to this segment, the way that we do it is we watch a minute, no comments. Then we watch it a second time, and I pause and point out the things that stick out to me, either about his pronunciation, the word choice, or his accents. And the whole goal is for us to start to notice these things and develop that pattern recognition so that you can start to correct your own accent. Because at the end of the day, the less that your accent and pronunciation sticks out when you're having a conversation, either in an interview or with a coworker or during a presentation, then people are going to forget that you're a non-native speaker, and hopefully just treat you even better. You know, because at least from the people that I've talked to in the community, there are times where they're held back from a promotion or from an interview, right? Like you get to the interview and like 10 minutes in, they're like, sorry, I don't think your English is good enough. And I don't want that for you. And so that's the whole point of these critiques. So enough blabbering, let's get into it.
Hi, I am Guido. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm a front-end developer with a strong knowledge in React.js and its core principles, and I've been working as a developer since 2021. I've been doing my whole career as a self-taught developer, first doing some YouTube courses and later in Udemy. I really enjoy focusing in the UI, building things, and writing clean code. Currently, I am working for a fintech company where I am part of the implementations and new features squad. We implement React.js to develop the front end, Redux as a global state manager, and the most popular React libraries. We use Scrum with Atlassian's day-to-day tools. I have also experience with TypeScript, Next.js, Chakra, Bootstrap, and other CSS processors, Git workflows, Postman, and other technologies. I live with my girlfriend. My little dog called Susie. I like sports and photography. So that's it. This is me.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So now we're going to watch second time and just kind of point out things that stick out.
Hi, I am Guido. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
So this one is one that I've struggled with too. Is like, let's say you speak Spanish and you're speaking English. When you're talking about a country, right? Do you say Argentina like you were speaking Spanish, or do you say it as if you were just a native English speaker, which, they'd probably say like Argentina is how we say it. I think I lean towards the latter, right? Like you kind of want to, because when you say Argentina, like it just depends, right? If you want somebody to know you're a non-native speaker, like you're just meeting somebody at a bar, you might do that way. But if you're in an interview and you want to like show that you've mastered English, I think my opinion is that you want to say like Argentina, Buenos Aires. That one's hard to say. Buenos Aires. I don't even know. Just a minor thing to keep in mind.
I'm a front-end developer with a strong knowledge in...
So interesting thing too, and I've pointed this out in previous videos. So I've turned on the captions, which are auto-generated. So notice how here Google thinks he's saying firming developer. So there might be something there. It could just be a bad translation. But front end, is something that Guido could practice. And notice too how it thought his name was Gio. Guido, I guess is what it heard. Guido, you might hear somebody say that as well.
Developer with a strong knowledge in React.js and
Strong knowledge. So that is a little funky. That kind of sticks out a little bit. It's not a huge deal. Strong knowledge with strong, maybe background, might hear strong background in
its core principles.
And notice how it's here's Reaction yes rather than React.js. I think that's more on Google than Guido.
And I've been working as a developer.
And so there I didn't really hear the v in the I've been, which the v sound doesn't really exist in Spanish.
Developer since 2021.
And I'm working as a developer since 2021, all of that. Notice how he makes good eye contact with the video. He's not moving a ton, right? There's a little bit of movement, but it's natural. He's center frame. So like all of that, I feel like would help him if he were, pursuing a job.
I've been doing my whole career as a self-taught developer.
I've been doing my whole career. So here we might say I've been working my whole career. So I'm guessing that just comes from Spanish influence, right? Like haciendo is probably what he would go going for. Self-taught. So taught might be something he can practice here. It heard self-taught.
Developer, first doing some YouTube courses and later in Udemy. I really enjoy focusing in the UI, building things.
So here, minor thing, right? Focusing on the UI.
Writing cleaning code.
Notice though how he uses right, which is what native speakers do, so that's good. And here he said cleaning code, right? But the phrase is clean code, so another thing to keep in mind.
Currently, I am working for a fintech company.
Another thing he does great here says fintech, which is a common phrase, but it's not something like common to a non-native speaker, I'd imagine.
Where I am part of the implementations and new features squad.
So this part was a little confusing, right? Implementations and new features club. So here maybe team would be more appropriate. Like if there's a team, like I'm part of the, I don't know. Depending on the company size, like I'm part of the front end team, or I'm part of the back end team, or I'm part of like the payments team. Club sounds a little funny here.
We implement React.js to develop the front.
React.js, React. So the T is kind of silent there, React.js.
Front end, Redux as a global state manager, and
so their state sounded a little funny. I'm just going to
develop the front end, Redux as a global state manager.
Manager, right? Manager. Kind of has that Spanish speaker influence.
The most popular React libraries. We use Scrum with Atlassian's day-to-day.
There, I think he was saying Atlassian, like Trello or like Jira.
Day tools. I have also experience with.
I have also. So there, I also have. So just a word order thing.
TypeScript on Next.js.
So again, kind of doing these like natural utterances, like also
Chakra, Bootstrap, and other CSS processors.
So here I might say like CSS libraries, but again, we're nitpicking at that point. And there's only 16 seconds left, so we'll just critique the rest as well.
Git workflows, Postman, and
Git. So there, it heard get. That might be a Google thing.
Other technologies. I live with my girlfriend. I'm my little dog called Susie.
So this another one influenced by Spanish, right? Like in Spanish, we say like me llamo Joe, like which is kind of like called, right? So my little dog called Susie. And so here you don't need to say called. You can just say my little dog Susie, or Susie. I guess is actually the way that it's spelled, Susie. Well, at least I haven't heard that name before. I mean, usually like we have a name like Susie, like short for Suzanne.
I like sports and photography.
And photography, right? So photography, that one's a tough one.
So that's it. This is me. Bye.
That's it. This is me. Bye. Yeah. So, there you could say like, that's me. Yeah, I think that's me would sound a little bit more natural. And then bye. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so, overall though, like he just went in front of the camera, no script, had his intro ready to go. And I think that is crucial, especially if you're in the interview process. Definitely something to practice. Record it, upload it to YouTube. We will give this a like. And yeah, that is all we got for the critique. So thanks for coming out today. Lastly, if you want to land a remote dev job by improving your English, subscribe to our free newsletter. It's over at englishbyte.com. That will help support the newsletter, these videos. The newsletter is free, but the more subscribers, the more interest, the more I can continue working on this project. So it's free. All you got to do is put in your email, and you get an email once a week with tips like this pronunciation and other stuff. So head over there, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.